Welcome again, friends. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic in case of chemistry, that is retrosynthesis. So, what is mean by retrosynthesis? It is the reaction which is carried out in a reverse direction. The local phenomenon for designing organic synthesis which involve the breaking of target molecule into suitable starting material by imaginary breaking of bond, that is also called as disconnection, or by functional group interchange. It's called as retrosynthesis. Here I have taken the example of cooked rice. Cooked rice is a product of rice grain and water. So if we carry out this reaction in a reverse direction, we will get this starting material. So for example, if we consider cooked rice as a final product, so if we want to plan the synthesis, if we want to plan to find out the starting material, we have to do this reaction in a reverse direction so that we will get these two starting materials. Now in this reaction it is clear that cooked rice can be prepared from rice and water. When we apply heat, pressure and time, we will get this final product. So this is the general example. Now uh, we will discuss further. So here is the introduction of cooked rice. Uh, the chemical reactions are actually very much useful to improve the quality of life. Chemical products which we use in our day-to-day life, like for example in beauty we use cosmetic product, in agriculture we use fertilizer, pesticide, in pharmaceutical we use drugs, medicines, and in polymer, plastic, clothes. This type of product we are using in our day-to-day life. All these are the chemical products. So if we want to prepare these products, for example, if we take the example of paracetamol is a antipyretic drug. If we want to prepare paracetamol, we have to carry out this reaction from paracetamol to the suitable starting material, means from product to the reactor. So from this we will get suitable starting material and we will know the exact route of synthesis of paracetamol. So this is the concept of retrosynthesis actually. So here are the some basic terms which are used in retrosynthesis, like disconnection. Disconnection is the breaking of bond from the suitable position, where the next one is the functional group interchange. It can be carried out during retrosynthesis sometimes. Then disconnection. Disconnection, we know that then syndones are the charged material, charged species which are obtained by breaking of bond. Synthetic equivalents are the most stable form of syndones, which is also called as starting material. And then retrosynthetic arrow. This is the special type of arrow which is used in retrosynthesis. Retrosynthesis, during when we carried out reactions from product to the reactant, a special type of arrow is used. That is also called as retrosynthetic arrow. So we will discuss each point one by one. First is disconnection. So this disconnection is an imaginary breaking of molecule into various components called like disconnection. It can be indicated by weakly lines. So these are the lines. These are the weakly lines. Disconnection can be represented by this type of lines. So this type of line shows that this molecule is break from this bond. Then the another term is functional group interchange. It is the interconversion of functional group from one functional group to the another group. So we will discuss functional group later in detail. So the next one is the syndones. Syndones are the idealized framework fragments usually cation or anion resulting from the disconnection. So the definition clearly shows that these syndones are the idealized fragments, may be cation or anion, means negatively charged species or positively charged species, are formed due to the disconnection of molecule. Here, if we disconnect this molecule from this bond, carbon-oxygen bond, we will get these two species, one is negatively charged and the another is positively charged. These charged species are called as syndones. Then synthetic equivalent. Another step is synthetic equivalent. Synthetic equivalent are the most stable form of syndone. If we consider this is one of the syndones in which oxygen carries negative charge, then if we stabilize this molecule by formation of hydrogen oxygen bond, this species is called a synthetic equivalent. The another example of syndone is here in which carbon carries positive charge. So we have to attach one electron rich species because this is deficient. So the species which attach to this carbon atom must be electron rich. So in this case we add here chlorine, bromine, OTS and means tosylate group. These are the electron rich group. So we can attach it here to balance and stabilize this molecule. So these species which have no charge in stable species are called as synthetic equivalent. So there are some guidelines for disconnection. So we cannot break molecule from anywhere. We cannot break molecule from any bond. There are some specific rule which has to be followed during retrosynthesis. So these are the rules which must be followed during the retrosynthesis. The first rule is disconnection must be correspond to the reversal of real and workable reaction. Means while disconnection should be carried out from that bond by which the syndones are formed or the synthetic equivalents are formed are to be easily converted to the final product again. So disconnection should be like that. For compound consisting of two parts joined by heteroatom, then the disconnection next to the heteroatom means if there is a bond between carbon and heteroatom in the molecule, then the disconnection must be carried out next to the heteroatom, means adjacent to the heteroatom. This is the rule for retrosynthesis, second rule. Now the third rule is the consider alternate disconnection and choose route that avoid chemoselectivity problem. This can often be done by disconnection over reactive group first. So chemoselectivity uh, should not be disturbed during disconnection. So the disconnection must be done from that bond or from that functional group which is more reactive. So this point is also discussed later. In this video, we will concentrate on functional group interchange or functional group interconversion. So we can discuss it in a detail. Functional group interconversion is a conversion of a functional group from one functional group to the another for the sake of retrosynthesis. Sometimes direct functional group cannot be disconnected. For a proper retrosynthetic reaction, we should have to convert the functional group from one to the another, and then and only then the disconnection can be possible. So we will discuss here in detail the functional group interchange. Functional group interchange is a conversion process of converting one functional group to the another during retrosynthetic analysis. For example, we have take here one example of local anesthetic, benzocaine. This benzocaine is a local anesthetic which is used as a drug. So benzocaine has a structure. This is also called as target molecule. Means it is the product, and we want to find out the starting material to prepare this product. Benzocaine is a anesthetic drug, and this is structure. It is aromatic in nature, having NH2 means amine group is there at para position, and then ester group is there at para position of this benzocaine. In this reaction, if we want to carry out the retrosynthesis of this molecule will have to follow the reverse reaction first. So the arrow, this is the retrosynthetic arrow which can be shown here, a double line arrow, and the matter which we write over the arrow is actually shows where to disconnect. So here it mentions that CO bond of ester is disconnected. So if we disconnect bond from this, we will get two synthons in which this particular carbon atom carries negative charge. So this carbon atom carries positive charge, and this rest of the species OET carries negative charge. So these two synthons can be prepared by the disconnection of this bond, and then we will stabilize it, and these are the synthetic equivalent of two synthons. We will get para amino benzoic acid and ethyl alcohol as a starting material. So this is the synthetic route. This is the retrosynthetic route of benzocaine. Means we carried out reaction from benzocaine, the product, to the suitable starting material. So reverse type of reaction is carried out here. We will discuss this reaction. So benzocaine having structure, we have already seen this structure and this step. So we will get para amino benzoic acid and ethanol as the starting material. The para amino benzoic acid is not possible commercially, it is not available commercially. So we have to find out such a starting material which are easily available and are commercial and are cheaper even. No costly starting material we will take during this retrosynthesis. So we will find out such way by which we will get starting material which are easily available, which are commercially available, and which are cheaper by cost. So we have to break down this molecule also. So here the role of function group interchange carried out. So this is amine group. If we want to change this group, carry out reaction, and this amine group get converted into nitro group. So during forward reaction, this can be done by reduction. Nitro group can be converted into amine group by the process of reduction. So it is very easy. That's why we choose this route. So here para-nitro benzoic acid is formed. Then we further convert this benzoic acid group, acidic group, carboxylic acid group to methyl group. It can be carried out, and if we carry out this reaction in a forward direction, then it can be possible by the process of oxidation. It can be done this by the process of oxidation. So we will get para-nitrotoluene as a product. Then functional group nitration or substitution reaction is carried out. So we will get the toluene as a final product. So this is the retrosynthetic path of benzocaine from benzocaine to the toluene. Toluene is the starting material, benzocaine is the final product. So if we want to prepare benzocaine, we have to start from toluene. Okay, and then we will see the direct reaction of preparation of benzocaine from toluene. Now this is the direct reaction, which can be shown by a simple arrow. So toluene, when we do nitration reaction, it can be carried out at the para position. So para-nitrotoluene is formed. Then when we undergoes oxidation in presence of KMnO4, it's a strong oxidizing agent. It gives para-nitrobenzoic acid. We will see here the benzoic acid is there, and then if we want to convert this nitro group to amino group, we have to do reduction. So we use this combination for the reduction: a palladium carbon uh, uh, as a reagent, and it undergoes reduction to the and nitro group get converted to amino group. So this is the conversion, functional conversion, and at the final product and at the final there is a esterification reaction, means reaction of acid with alcohol. It is most common reaction, and we will get the ester group here. So this is preparation of benzocaine. So this is forward reaction, and this is a backward reaction from benzocaine to toluene. Okay. So and here the functional group interchange can be done in two ways. Here there is a functional group interchange. Nitro group, amino group can be converted into nitro group, and the methyl group can be converted into carboxylic acid group. So this type of functional group interchange has to be done during retrosynthesis. So I have taken one example of paracetamol. This is the structure of paracetamol. It is antipyretic drug which we can use in our day-to-day life. So this is the example of paracetamol. If we want to prepare paracetamol, we have to know what are the starting material has to be take for the preparation of paracetamol. So we have to do some retrosynthetic analysis, break this bond, we will get these two starting material. From using these two starting material, we can easily prepare paracetamol. So for further reference, I have quoted here. I have given a hyperlink of retrosynthetic to know the concept of retrosynthesis. I have put here the retroaldol reaction. So you can go to this link and watch the video of retroaldol condensation reaction. Okay, thank you. This is the most basic concept related to retrosynthesis. Especially in this video, I specially concentrate on functional group interchange and the various terms which are used in retrosynthesis. So hope so you understand this topic of retrosynthesis. Thank you very much.